All right, so let's jump into this Chelsea win over Astana in the Conference League. On the surface, another Chelsea win, but this one I think is worth a deep dive.
Yeah? Why is that?
Well, it wasn't just any win.
Okay.
We're talking a squad, like, seriously rotated with young players.
Yeah.
A lot of them making their debuts,
Yeah.
and all the way out in Kazakhstan.
Wow.
In pretty much freezing temperatures.
Oh.
It's less about the win itself and more about, like, what this tells us about the future of Chelsea.
The future? Yeah, so what about this specific lineup? We're talking mostly teenagers, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And playing over 600 miles from their home stadium.
Wow, that's a long way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And to add to it, even Astana weren't in their usual spot because of renovations.
Oh, wow.
So it's
Adding another layer there.
yeah, another layer of complexity for sure.
Yeah.
For Chelsea to just dominate in those circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, it really says something about the depth of their youth system.
That's-
Like the fact that they even have that many good young players.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So, yeah, let's set the scene.
Okay.
Imagine a snowy pitch.
Okay.
It's -10 Celsius.
Oh, that's cold.
Not exactly football weather,
No, it's not.
especially for like a bunch of debutantes.
It's especially not teenagers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got 18-year-old Josh Chimpong on defense
Okay.
and 19-year-old Guiu Rak-Sakyi in midfield.
Wow, so they're both getting their first taste of senior level play, right?
Oh, great.
Yeah,
First time.
really thrown in the deep end.
Yeah. Into the fire.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't just them.
Okay, who else?
You had Ato Ampa, Harvey Vale, Keanu Dyer,
Wow.
like all 18 or under,
Yeah,
getting their chances as well.
that's amazing.
And then there's Shim Makuka
Okay.
making history at just 17
Wow, 17.
as the second youngest Chelsea player to ever play in a European competition.
That's a record.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
This wasn't just a rotated squad.
No.
It was a glimpse into a potential future starting 11 for Chelsea.
Potentially. Yeah, it's really exciting to see that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And they didn't just like stand around shivering, you know? They took charge.
Okay, good.
Mark Guiu, who we've, seen flashes of before,
Yes.
scores 2 goals
Oh, wow.
in the first 18 minutes.
Great.
His first one was this solo effort.
Oh, wow.
Shows some real, dribbling skills
Yeah.
and composure
Yeah.
to get past his defender and put the ball in the net.
Yeah, you got to love that.
So that first goal from Guiu,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
What was it like?
He gets the ball in kind of a tight space,
Okay.
but a quick change of pace,
Yeah,
and he blows right by the defender.
that's good.
I mean, that awareness in the final third
Yeah.
suggests that he could maybe even develop into like a more advanced attacking role as he gets older.
More of a goal scorer, maybe?
Exactly.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Right. And then right before halftime,
Yeah.
Renato Vega adds a third with a powerful header off of a corner.
Wow, okay.
I mean, at this point, you're thinking Astana is just completely outmatched.
Totally, yeah. But they weren't totally shut out.
Yeah.
They did manage 1 goal,
Oh, well,
you know.
yeah.
It's worth noting
Yeah,
that
for sure.
Marin Tomasov
Okay.
with a beautiful strike off the post.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a real moment of individual quality.
Nice.
So it just shows that even amidst a dominant performance,
Yeah,
the opposition can still have its moments.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So first half ends 3.
Okay.
Chelsea's young guns are firing.
Yeah.
Conditions are brutal,
Yeah.
but they're in control.
Mm-hmm.
What you think was going through Maresca's mind at that point?
Hmm?
Was this all part of like a bigger plan?
I mean, it's hard to say for sure, but
Yeah.
let's look at the second half.
Okay.
Even more substitutions, bringing on even more young players. Yeah, so it seems like this wasn't about resting starters for another match.
Right.
This was about giving as many of these young guys as possible
Yeah.
a taste of the real deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't be surprised by Shimhuka
Yeah.
coming on to make his debut
Right.
and becoming the second youngest Chelsea player in European competition ever.
Wow, what a moment for that guy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So this really wasn't just some random win
Well,
in a faraway land.
not at all.
This was a strategic move by Maresca.
Interesting.
Potentially a signal of like a shift in Chelsea's approach to building their squad.
Yeah, it really raises the question.
Yeah.
Is this the start of a new era for Chelsea?
Okay.
One focused on developing their homegrown talent.
Interesting question.
It's too early to say for sure,
Yeah.
but this match certainly provides some compelling evidence.
Okay, so we've set the scene.
Yep.
We've seen these young players shine.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea cruises to a win. pretty much guarantees their spot in the last 16 of the Conference League.
Right.
But the bigger question, I think, is what does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to like dig deeper into the implications of this whole youth movement.
Yeah.
What does it tell us about Chelsea's academy?
Yeah.
About Maresca's long-term vision?
Mm-hmm.
And about the potential of these young players?
That's exactly where we're headed.
Okay, great.
We'll unpack all of that and more.
All right.
Right after this.
This match really like shines a spotlight on Chelsea's academy.
Yeah.
To produce so many players who can just step up to this level in these conditions.
Yeah.
It says a lot about their training, their scouting, their entire like development philosophy.
I think it's not just raw talent either, right?
Yeah.
These young players showed tactical awareness, discipline, composure. I mean, things you don't always see in players this young.
Especially at that age, right?
Yeah. Take Gui's first goal.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, what about it?
It wasn't just about the dribbling. It was about him recognizing the space.
Yes.
And then timing his run.
Exactly.
And then having the composure to finish.
Yes, those are skills that are honed over years of training. You know, it's not just natural ability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got this, you know, incredibly productive academy.
Right.
And then you've got Enzo Maresca, a manager who's willing to actually like give these young players a chance.
Yeah.
That combination feels
It's pretty special.
potent.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I mean, so often we see talented youngsters just stuck in the reserves, waiting for a chance that never comes.
Yeah, just waiting around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Maresca is sending a clear signal here.
What's that?
Perform well.
Okay.
You'll get your shot.
Yeah.
Regardless of age or experience.
I love that.
Yeah, it's almost like a high-risk, high-reward strategy.
Yeah. How so?
On the one hand, you're potentially sacrificing immediate results by fielding an inexperienced team.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you're accelerating the development of these players.
Yeah, you're giving them real experience.
Exactly.
Competitive experience.
You're potentially building a foundation for long-term success.
Exactly. It's an investment.
It is.
In the future.
And let's not forget the financial aspect.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Developing homegrown talent is way more cost-effective than just constantly buying established stars.
So much cheaper. Yeah.
Especially in a world of financial fair play.
Yeah.
This approach could give Chelsea a major advantage.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's not just about sentimentality, it's about smart squad building.
Yeah, I like that term.
Yeah.
Smart squad building.
I mean, obviously not every player in this match is going to become a superstar.
Of course not.
But the fact that Chelsea has this pool of talent to draw from, that's got to be exciting for the fans.
For sure.
Right.
It creates a sense of hope.
Yeah.
A belief that the future is bright. It also adds a layer of intrigue to every match.
Yeah. How so?
Well, you know, you're watching and you're thinking, who will be the next youngster to step up?
Yeah.
Who will become the next Chelsea legend?
It's true. It injects a sense of unpredictability.
Absolutely.
Which is what makes football so compelling.
Exactly.
You know, you tune in not just to see the stars, you know.
Right.
But to discover the stars of tomorrow.
Future, yeah.
And this match wasn't just about individual players either.
No, what was it about?
It was about a system.
Oh, interesting.
The way these young players moved the ball.
Yeah.
The way they pressed. The way they adapted to the conditions. It suggests like a really cohesive tactical approach instilled from the academy up.
So we're seeing not just talent.
Right.
But a philosophy at work.
Yeah.
This begs the question.
What?
Is this a long-term strategy for Chelsea? Or was this match just a one-off experiment?
It's hard to say for certain.
Yeah.
But, you know, Maresca has a reputation for developing young players.
Yeah, he does,
Yeah,
you know.
He's known for that.
He's shown a willingness to trust them, to give them responsibility.
Absolutely.
It's like part of his managerial DNA.
Yeah, that's his style. He believes in it.
So this match could be a sign of things to come?
It could be, yeah.
Imagine like a future Chelsea side.
Yeah.
Built around these academy graduates.
Okay.
All playing a style ingrained in them from a young age.
Yeah. That's a tantalizing prospect.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It would represent a shift away from that, you know, buy a star mentality.
Right, the quick fix.
Towards a more sustainable long-term approach.
And who knows?
Yeah.
It might even be more successful in the long run.
It might be.
That's a good point.
All right, so we've talked about the academy.
Yeah.
We've talked about Maresca's vision.
Yeah. We've even touched on the financial implications.
Yeah.
But what about the players themselves?
Good point.
What does this experience mean for their individual futures?
I mean, this match was a baptism by fire.
Yeah.
Literally. Playing in those conditions against the senior team.
Right.
It would have tested them.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically.
Total.
The fact that they not only coped, but thrived.
Yeah.
Says a lot about their character.
Yeah. It's a tough lesson, but a valuable one.
Oh, absolutely.
You could argue that this experience is more beneficial for them than like a whole season playing in the reserves.
Exactly.
Right.
They now know what it takes to compete at this level.
Right.
They've faced adversity.
Yep.
They've handled the pressure. And they came out on the other side with a victory.
With a win.
Yeah.
And that builds confidence.
Absolutely.
That builds resilience.
Yeah.
And for Maresca, it gives him a chance to evaluate these guys in a real game scenario.
Yeah, for sure.
He can see who's ready for more responsibility, who needs more development, who might be a good fit for a loan to gain more experience.
It was basically like a live audition for these players.
Totally.
They've put themselves on the radar.
Yeah.
Not just of the Chelsea coaching staff,
right,
but of other clubs as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, their performances could open up opportunities that they never even dreamed of.
It's like this one match accelerated their development by like a year, maybe even more.
Maybe even more.
Now we've been focusing a lot on the Chelsea perspective.
Yeah.
But like zoom out for a second.
Okay.
What does this tell us about like the bigger picture?
The broader landscape of football.
Of football, yeah.
Yeah, it highlights a trend, I think.
Okay.
That we're seeing all across Europe.
What's that?
Clubs are more and more willing to give these young players a chance. It's partly driven by financial necessity.
Okay.
But it's also partly driven by a recognition that young talent can be just as effective, if not more so, than expensive signings.
It's a shift in mindset, right? A move away from that short-term, quick-fix mentality that has dominated football for so long.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
This Chelsea victory is like a microcosm of that larger trend.
I think so.
And it's exciting.
It's exciting.
It means the future of football is in good hands.
It is.
There's a new generation of talent emerging, hungry to prove themselves, eager to make their mark.
Absolutely.
Makes you wonder, like, what other hidden gems are out there waiting for their chance to shine?
It's a good question.
Maybe there's a young striker in Croatia.
Yeah.
Or a midfielder in Argentina. A defender in Brazil.
Yeah.
All working tirelessly towards their dreams. Absolutely. And maybe, just maybe, one of those players will be inspired by what they saw from these Chelsea youngsters.
That'd be great.
You know, they'll see that age is just a number, that opportunity can come from anywhere.
Absolutely.
And that hard work and dedication can pay off.
Yeah, that's a great message.
It's a message of hope for young players everywhere.
Yeah.
Keep believing. Keep pushing.
Yep.
Your time will come.
It will.
This Chelsea victory was more than just 3 points.
Yeah, it was.
It was a testament to the power of youth. A glimpse into a future where talent trumps reputation.
Absolutely.
Where potential outweighs experience.
I love that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I encourage you to keep an eye on these young players.
Yeah.
Not just the ones at Chelsea.
Right.
But all across the world.
Keep watching them.
The next generation is ready to take over.
They are.
And it's going to be fascinating to watch their stories unfold.
I think so.
That's the beauty of football, isn't it?
Yeah.
The constant evolution.
Yeah.
The emergence of new stars. The endless possibilities.
You never know what's going to happen next.
We never know who's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps us coming back for more.
That's it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
And until next time, keep exploring the beautiful game.